This is Fairness, and we are going to continue with the Chronicle Sacrifice. That it's in the book Chicago by Night. We already done session 0 and session 1, and so we're going to session 2. I have with me 4 players this night. Dave, Enoch, Tiger, and Mirta. I'll ask them to present themselves and just give a brief and quick summary about their characters. So, go ahead, Mirta. You first.
Hello, I'm Marta. I'm playing Madame. It is Toreador. I mean, it's a Nosferatu that is acting a bit like a Toreador. If it was a reverse, that would be a very interesting character as well.
I agree. I have to make a Toreador that only lives in a sewer. That would be horrible.
Lives in the sewer, doesn't like being seen, feels ugly.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. And awful to play because Toreador has the bane of beautiful things, right? So you will often have a -2 dice to everything.
Beauty's
Uh,
in the eye of the beholder, right?
yeah, no, but if the person
Maybe
is
the
like,
Targer just likes sewers.
or the person is it's embarrassed, or maybe what the Toreador loves is dirtiness, right? That makes more sense. Like, but then everything that it's outside the sewer, it will be a -2. So still, it's going to be hard to play. But
You can't win, right?
yeah, there is no way to win. So go ahead, Dave.
I am Dave, and I will be playing Henry Lorimer, the Ventrue lawyer, this evening.
Good. Tiger.
I'm Tiger. I am playing Cameron, your friendly Bruja. Um, yeah, guy who texts pineapples or emojis.
Okay. And Enoch.
I am Enoch, and I am playing Bruno Telegra, your La Sombra getaway driver that can make the bodies disappear.
Great, great. So I'm gonna start this session with Bruno, right? Especially because last session we did an intro for every single character except him, and let's do his intro, and then we proceed to what would actually be session 2. So let's let's do like Mario says. Let the go here. So Bruno, you wake up at your haven, right? And it's your fixed phone from your haven is ringing like hell. It doesn't stop.
Roll over, slap the ground looking for it near the mattress I'm sleeping on. Finally find it. What?
As you answer the phone, you hear a funny voice. It's a man that you know quite well. His name is Vinicius, but you call Vini, but usually he likes to be called by his nickname, Molotov. And he belongs to, one of those gangs that you drive for sometimes. And he goes like, "Hey man, hey, this is Molotov. How you going, man?"
You're waking me up. That's how it's going. What can I do for
Jesus,
you?
Jesus, man, you wake up very late. What the hell do you do during the day, man? Oh, that's some crazy shit, crazy, crazy. But well, uh, meet me at the pier. I have a job for you tonight. It's like an amazing job, amazing, amazing, man, amazing. We're gonna do something that is gonna be hard cash on our pockets. You trust me, right? I never disappoint you.
I trust the money. Have the money there.
No, 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 no. It's a job. It's a job, man. We're gonna have the money after the job. But trust me. I never fail you.
All right. I'll be at the pier.
Good,
What
good,
time?
great. Now, I'm already here.
Okay. Give me 15.
Okay.
Turn off the phone, roll off the mattress, pull on the black jeans, get the heavy bomber jacket on, go out the door. It's nighttime now, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Good. I'll keep the shades on anyway. Get into my nondescript car and drive myself down to the pier.
Park the car. The pier is empty this time of night. You you see Molotov there, smoking a cigar in the pier, more bright side of the pier, so you can easily find him. And he goes and looks at you and say, "Hey, finally, man, finally! I'm waiting here for hours."
What's the job?
Look, it's it's we're gonna make a robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Jewelry store. Not far away from here, but far enough. And you have we already got a car. You know that it's not ours, and so they won't be able to track us down. And you get the car, you drive to the jewelry store. I had some contacts, and they said there will be no security this night. Every single them took a holiday off, despite not being a holiday. Our gang has some ways to do it, right? And as we get there, I have the key to the store. So no alarms, no problem. We just fill in our pockets with those sticky diamonds, and after the job, I'll get the jewels, all the diamonds. I'll trade it for the money, and I'll cash you in a few days, few nights. How about that?
How many in the party?
It's just the two of us. We don't need any more people. There will be no security. We have the key. I just need a driver if, shit happens.
So I'm taking you there. You're going in,
Yeah,
getting the
yeah.
stuff,
You're gonna,
coming back out, and then we're out of there.
exactly, you're gonna get your cash full 10%, man. Full 10%.
All right, let's do this.
10% of a lot's a lot, right? So let's do it. And as you go to the car, you remember your brother is gonna have a big concert tonight, big show in the nightclub that he's playing, that he usually plays. So you'll probably hope that this is a fast job, so you may be able to catch his show. And you start driving. You go to the jewelry, and it seems empty when you park the car nearby. It's the jewelry is already closed, um, and Molotov says to you, "Here, that's the place. It's that's perfect, right? You see that? Just let help me out there. Help me out there. open the door, and grab all the diamonds, right? Two people can carry more than one.
Molotov, I'm a getaway driver. I'm not a thief.
Oh man, you're gonna make me go back and forth all the time, right? That sucks.
I'm not making you do anything, Molotov. This is your plan.
God damn it. And he opens the door of the car and he goes to the jewel store. I need you to make a roll. Make a roll for me of wits and awareness.
Oh, that'll be easy.
Remember, you have one hunger, so you can do on let's roll or you can do on Discord. If you do on let's roll, just go to frequent rolls, add the attribute, add the skill, so wits and awareness, and then click done and click on the roll. If it's on Discord, just roll the dice, but it splits the hunger dice from the other. So one dice for the hunger and then the rest for the regular.
Three success, or I'm guessing it's, yeah, 6 is the difficulty.
No, yeah, for the success, yes. But what I was saying was like go here on the frequent rows and do this, right? So add, I'm gonna show it to you. Add, it's widths and
I don't have awareness. That's why I just did wits.
no, but that doesn't matter. And
Okay.
awareness, and then click here, and then he will roll, right? And then he will, of course, split the hunger dice here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Because let's roll do that. The way you roll, you didn't split the hunger dice, but it doesn't matter, right? The roll
Oh,
that you
yeah.
did wouldn't do not a messy or anything else, right? You notice security guard near the jewel store. The jewelry store. So Molotov info. It's not on point. There's a guy there, and he's gonna catch Molotov on act.
Get out of the car and stalk the security guard.
You're gonna go after the security guard?
Yeah, because I don't think Molotov is going to do this right.
No, he won't. So what you gonna do it?
I'm going to use. Ba, ba, ba. I'm just going to use strength and brawl on this security guard.
You're gonna grapple him, something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to take him from behind and just try to take him out.
Okay. Strength and Brawl is already on a frequent roll. Just click there. Let me check your powers. So 2 successes. You have little body, so if you wanna apply
Yeah,
damage,
I don't know.
it's,
I don't know if I want to kill him.
okay. So are you going to break his arm or something, or just grapple him?
Yeah. I'm still very aware of there's a difference between just hurting someone during a robbery and murdering somebody during a robbery.
Yeah, but what you're gonna do? Just grappling, or you're gonna break his arm or something like that?
I'm going to take him down and I'm going to just say, no need to be a hero tonight.
Okay. Uh, you were seen as you approached. You grapple the guy and throw him to the floor. He bangs his head. He gets a bit dizzy, and you say that, and he just nods that he's not gonna do anything.
Pat him down for any weapons.
He has he has a gun.
Take that.
Hmm. Okay.
Any radio or walkie-talkie or anything like that.
He does have a radio.
Take that.
Okay. So you're gonna wait for Molotov?
I'm going to uh, do one more punch on this guy just to take his lights out.
Okay. You don't need to roll.
Okay.
Um, you you punch him. You knock him out, and it's quite easy actually. You're way stronger than him, and you start helping Molotov to put the jewels in a car, things like that.
I grumble at him.
And
15%. Your info sucks.
and said, okay, okay, I'll see what I can do for you. And soon after, the alarm starts ringing. Bah, 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 bah. And says, holy shit, man, let's get the fuck out.
You think? Rush over to my side of the car. Wait for Molotov to get into the vehicle. You got everything?
And, no, no, but fuck it, let's go.
Let's go.
So
And
I'm gonna need you to make a roll, um, wits with drive. So you have uh, 6 dices to roll. Yeah, you have already here in your for control. You can click the 7 because it's a specialty that you actually gonna
oh,
use.
there it is. Okay. All right, right, right.
So just click
What am I
there.
doing?
Um, 4 successes, that's good. You manage to drive well around the city. You escape any possible uh, car chases with the cops, and you get back to the pier after an hour. You you hide your car in a dark alley for a moment, and then you go into another way, and you get into the pier, and you drop him Molotov with the diamonds there, and he says, "Well, man, thank you. That's good to know that we have a great driver with us. Otherwise, we will be in, deep deep shit."
Just work on your info gathering skills and you might really be something, Molotov.
Yeah, I already have something.
Yeah, a pain in my ass. When can I get my 15%?
A few days from now, I'll contact you. Don't worry. Always paid you.
Yeah, don't go stopping on me.
No, no, don't worry.
All
Hey,
right.
say
What?
hello to that. That's your girlfriend, right? She's
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do, Molotov. I got a jet. Catch you on the flip side.
okay. See ya. And
Yeah,
he
in a couple of
goes.
days.
Yeah, he goes in a dark corner and goes away and vanishes. You're gonna go to see your brother.
Indeed, I am. I like to see him spin the steel wheels.
Okay. You park the car near the jazz club that your brother performs as a DJ. And as you go inside the club, past the reception, your brother is working there as a DJ. The songs are great. And you see your sire, like watching the show, probably expecting that you would be here this night.
Go and pay respect to my sire.
As you approach her, she looks at you and she taps the couch for you to sit right beside her. Um, and she goes, "Hey, honey, how are you?"
Keep him busy, making a
Yeah,
living.
I imagine. It must be a hard job driving those idiots around, right?
Well, the toughest part is the small talk.
Yeah. Do you think really it's harder than drive?
Driving's a breeze, just a breeze.
Yeah, that's something I like you. You have the skill of a winner. Always enjoy that. You know, that's why I picked you.
I don't want to disappoint.
Oh, you won't, honey. You won't. I'm sure you are going to be the best driver of Chicago. Well, I have some news to you. We I got a letter from PKJ. You know who I mean, right? The prince.
Mm-hmm.
He handpicked you for a job. Not
What?
sure if he knows about your driving skills, but yeah, you're gonna have to work for him tomorrow.
Is this a put on? I mean, I know we La Sombra aren't exactly famous in Chicago right now.
Yeah, they barely know that we exist here. And well, according to the common rules of the Camarilla and all the clans, they only allow us here because we are not in the together with the other members of our clan, right? We kind of choose our own path.
Well, I know you said like we're part of that special line or something.
Yeah, I don't enjoy how they, deal with mortals in the other way, other side of the sect, and I think it's kind of dumb, honestly. And that's why I chose to stay under the rules of the Camarilla here in Chicago. But yeah,
So me doing this mission for the prince will really help you then, eh?
uh, honestly, I volunteered to do it when he said he wanted you. I don't think you're supposed to take that kind of risk yet. You're too young. But he doesn't want me, he wants you. So here's the letter.
I will gladly read the letter.
The letter says you're supposed to meet the sheriff in a fast food restaurant called Otoli's. And It's a pretty shitty place, right? It's a restaurant, fast food, like imagine a dirty McDonald's, right?
So tough to imagine.
Yeah, it's kind of that. You need to be there
When
9 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. You even get time to hang out with you and watch my brother spin. Life's pretty good.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna be busy for the next few nights. But sure, you should enjoy tonight. Your brother was a bit mad that you weren't here when he started the show. But, honey, it's better for him to see it, at least now.
Yeah, I'll go smooth that out with him right now. No sense carrying bad juju into a job.
Hmm, Great. You still have
So I'll
that,
excuse myself.
sure, you still have that same number, right? She asking you about your fixed phone.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll probably call you in the next couple of nights.
Yeah, I got a pickup to do in a couple of nights, but I should be pretty open.
Good. Enjoy your night, honey. I'll be here.
And I just stop and gaze at how amazingly attractive my sire is, and then go off and find my brother.
He's working. It takes some time, but he makes a break after after an hour and a half. He goes down the stage and they put some random music there playing, and he goes there to see you and say, "Hey, I was thinking you wouldn't have come."
Yo, why you gotta do me like that? Of course I'm gonna come see my big bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been hearing some weird shit you've been doing.
People talk. That's all this town's full of, just people talking.
Yeah, people do talk. That's why I know these things.
Yeah, but you know the rules. Only believe 30% of what you hear, and only believe 50% of what you see.
That's yeah, okay, okay. I'll give you a chance to explain. Have you been driving these gangsters around the city? Please be honest with me, bro.
Hey, I'm making my way out there, taking care of myself, and one day I'm gonna be big enough to take care of you, like you took care of me and Ma. So don't you worry about it. I'm not killing nobody, playing by the rules. Rooker's got nothing on me. I'm doing good, just like you're doing good.
Shit, bro. I love you. You know that. But I don't want you to throw your life away. Money comes easy, but there are other things at stake, man. You're who you are. You are my brother. We are not dirty, man. Don't do that.
We're not dirty. You know that thrill you get from spinning those vinyl records, making everyone dance for you?
Yeah.
I get my thrill a different way. That's all it is, bro. We're just living our best lives. So why not just stop this little downer here and let me buy you a drink? You're doing great up there.
Okay, sure. Fuck it. Let's let's buy some drinks. And he hugs you. He really seems to try to make amends to you, right? Uh, but he's concerned. That's evident.
Of course, he's my big bro. He had to take care of me when our dad walked out. Ma's always at the restaurant, so he was the one always keeping an eye on me. I know that. But can't be like that all the time.
Yeah. So you both you go to the bar. He grabs a gin and asks you if you're gonna drink as well. Ask what you
Yeah,
want.
you know what? I might have to drive someone home later, so I'm gonna be taking a water. You know, being responsible.
Mm, cheers to that. And, and he drinks the gin. He grabs the sparkling water as well. I don't. If I get too much drunk, I do a shitty work too.
And I hold on to the sparkling water. I never actually drink it, but I just kind of use it as a prop in my hand as I talk. Like I'm always forgetting to drink.
Hmm. And he comes back to work. Oh, see you another night, brother. Don't do
Well,
any
I'm
shit.
definitely yeah, well, I'm gonna be right over there watching this set, so you don't worry about nothing.
Thank you. And he goes there and comes back playing. Despite your sire saying she would be here, she was not. when when he came back, when he started playing again, she left. And
That's what she does.
do you want to do anything else this night? It's already 2, 3 a.m. now.
Um, I'm one of those guys that, especially since this is my bros club, that I like to watch the flow ebb down to the mere nothing, and then be one of the last ones to kind of shut the place down with my brother as he has watch him come down from his performance high. I love watching him right after he's done his set and he's got that energy from making the whole room move. And he's got a couple of regular friends that really jazz him up by saying how awesome he is. And I just like watching that. I like watching my brother be in his element. It's one of the things I really really like.
Okay, so you stay up early there. It's when it gets to like 3:30 or almost 4 a.m. People start to leave, and he he stops right his performance. Start storing his gear, and then he goes to his car. He puts the things in the car. Say goodbye to you, and you manage to go back to your haven
Hmm.
before the sun rises. Right. So now let's go to session 2 exactly, since we did the intro with everybody. Um, you all got the same uh, info to meet the sheriff in the Old Tolley's fast food. You all wake up around 7, and please, all of you, roll me a rouse check to see if your hunger increases. Someone has higher hunger. So, so
That's
Henry
that's a that's a
and
fail for
Cameron,
me.
yeah. So Bruno and Madame
I forgot where the button is.
is on the hunger on your character sheet here. Just click hunger. Yeah. So it's a
Oh,
success. And Bruno, If you
And
want
just
to
click on
roll,
hunger.
yeah. So it's a
Think I'm a
success
success.
as well. So Henry and Cameron has 2 hunger, and the other 2 has 1. Um, let's do a quick individual part, really quick this time. Henry, you wake up, your wife, it's she's doing some stuff at the living room. She's kind of happy tonight. She's singing a bit and mumbling a song, like things like that. Um, you remember you have a place to go tonight, 9 p.m.
I do.
What do you do?
I'm gonna excuse myself in the most polite way possible without riling her up if possible.
Okay.
So I after I've prepared myself, got my nice slate grey suit on, um, kind of made myself look as immaculate as a Ventrue can. I want to kind of like slip into the living room and just say, "Hey, babe, I have to drop by the office just now for a few things. I'll be back in a couple of hours, all right?"
Sure, honey. Don't go back very late tonight,
No,
okay?
no,
I'll
of
have
course not.
I'm gonna prepare something for us. Get get romantic.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. I will be back then.
Great. She of
Catch you later, babe.
course doesn't remember that you erased her memory.
No, she
And
does not remember that at all.
yeah, so she's happy. She thinks you were there at the diner and you did exactly what she said to you. So she wants to reward you. She's very happy.
Great.
Okay, so you both kiss and you leave to the old Tollies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'll jump in the Mercedes and I'll head over.
drive to a shitty fast food with a fancy car.
Hmm.
Uh, Cameron, what do you do?
I wake up, do a few push-ups and sit-ups, then take a shower. He knows that it doesn't really affect him. Um, he just does it, to keep a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Get all dressed and then uh, reread the letter. I have the letter, right?
Yeah.
Read the letter and head to the meeting spot.
Okay. Madame, what do you do?
I'm fairly pissed that the meeting spot is like McDonald's equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So I look through my closet for the most street clothes possible. So I'll probably be wearing something like a long cardigan, pair of jeans. Um, Long cardigan will have a hoodie to hide my bald head in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still fairly unhappy that we're going to McDonald's, so I flick through yesterday's photographs to kind of cheer myself up. That works wonderfully. And then I head to the meeting spot.
Yeah, it's not just a McDonald's, it's a dirty one. But
Oh,
the name is Old Tollies, but it's equivalent to a dirty McDonald's. Yeah,
extra bad mood.
extra bad mood, exactly. Bruno, what do you do?
Set the alarm on my phone for like 6:55. Get up, splash some water on my face just to get some of the grime off. Pull on a KMFDM shirt, throw on the jacket and the pants, get into the docks, and get once again into my nondescript car that will slide invisibly down the streets of Chicago towards the filthiest McDonald's in Chicago.
You all get to O'Tolly's around the proper time, and you see the sheriff. He's sitting down on a table there, and essentially he has an uneaten burger with fries down on the table. Probably paid to be able to sit down on the table. You know the routine. And as you enter the place, you like make a quick sign with the hands for you to see him, and just stay silent there until you approach.
I'm mentally repeating to myself, do not whine to the sheriff. Do not whine to the sheriff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also unaccustomed to such shitholes, but I will make an exception for the sheriff.
I guess I will. Oh, sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
guess I'll go up to the sheriff, sit down, and be like, "How's the food here?"
Looks at you and doesn't answer back. Doesn't reply.
So, do I recognize the sheriff as being a member of a band that ever played the War Zone?
You recognize him as being a member of a band called Baby Chorus,
Mm-hmm.
and but this band is kind of dead, right?
Was the band any good?
Yeah, average.
Hmm.
Of course, you shouldn't say that to him.
No.
Yeah. Uh,
My sire taught me well.
as you sit down on the table with him, he stays silent, and he puts two envelopes on the table. He only says, he points to one envelope that it looks like more a parcel, and he points it and says, four phones here, burner phones, only one
Okay.
call. You can use to reach my people, or I can use to reach you. One use, and it's gone. You have four phones.
Will the phone blow up after it's used, like in that series, Mission Possible?
Just stop working. And
That's kind of lame.
this is the job. Take a look. And someone will grab the letter.
Yeah. Well, Henry will take the letter.
Okay. So feel free to read for everyone. Let's take the
Oh,
people
okay.
out of the frame of the letter. Um, can you read it, or it's too small?
Yeah, just about. It's actually kind of. I think I can zoom out. Can I? Or, can you make it a bit smaller? Actually, no. Just
Smaller?
let me just.
Sure, sure. No, but I thought you were gonna need to be bigger.
There we go. All right. Henry takes the note, starts to read. My trusted Ken, I write to you in complete confidence, confidence that you will remain silent about the information in this letter, and confidence that you will perform this task competently and swiftly. Tomorrow night, a delegation will arrive at O'Hare. You are to safely guard and transport them from the airport to the third floor of the SC.
SC Succubus Club.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of
Mm.
course. The night after at 9 p.m., no later. The night of their arrival, it is your task to keep them somewhere safe, bring them to the Succubus Club on the night following, I should not have to mention I expect the delegation to arrive at the Succubus Club intact and well rested. Our visitors consist of two individuals of our kind, a small framed younger East Asian woman with long dark hair, and a bald, bearded, older white gentleman who I choose to describe as unkempt. Meet the delegation at 10 p.m. outside the Terminal 5 Herrick's Grocers in the arrivals area. A car will be ready for you at the Terminal 5 parking lot in Zone 22. The registration and keys for which are also in this envelope, although you may wish to arrange an additional car of your own. To ensure certain troublemakers from within our social club do not disrupt your task. I am confident you're aware of whom I speak, but for clarity's sake, I've enclosed files for Damien compiled. The closed files Damien compiled. Use the night you receive my message to subtly kill the fire before it begins. Do not cause unnecessary trouble by leaving stains on the ground. Merely subdue potential issues temporarily for your own and the city's sake. I don't want anyone feeling like they need to cause a rebellion due to your actions. Payment for the successful completion of this task is guaranteed and in keeping with my family's generosity. Sincerely, PKJ.
And that's, of
Hmm.
course, Prince Kevin Jackson.
So it's a babysitting mission.
That sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
There are
We
three.
seem to have multiple parties to babysit here.
Well,
There are
there's multiple parties sitting at the table. There's
Well,
four of us and two of the babies.
there are three
And
more
of the
papers in the envelope.
of the babies that could potentially cause issues.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The files included. Do you see any files there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at these files.
So let's show the files. There are three more papers in the envelope. So first file. God damn it. Ah! Stop!
Did the file get stuck, storyteller?
Nah, probably they will stick into each other. So this is one file. Let me take the letter out. It's I think it's too much stuff in the screen and the VTT got buggy.
Well, Genghis already sounds like a powder keg.
So I have two here and a third one that I will increase after.
Hmm.
Who wanna read one of the files? You're gonna make Henry read them all, right?
Well, he's a lawyer.
True, I do like documents. Someone else can have a turn though. I mean, I do like the sound of my own voice, but there are limits.
All right, handout two: Noah Graywall, alias Flyboy. Right, this will be good. This member of our club followed in Tyler's footsteps with his interval in the city's air travel system. He believes O'Hare is his territory and claims to control everything entering and leaving Chicago via flight. He will undoubtedly raise questions about our guests and their business and perhaps prevent them from passing security, though we suspect they have methods of bypassing mundane checks. He has influence over the Department of Aviation's executive team, specifically one Felicity Miller.
Yeah.
So he'll be tricky at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of power for one kindred to have, to be honest.
Maybe Madam should make him disappear.
A nose stains on the carpet, right?
Yeah,
Got to do this
we'll throw down some plastic
diplomatically.
first.
Diplomatically.
I
My
guess I'll read.
character will be holding their head, going, "I am an assassin, and I've been hired on a mission where I'm not allowed to assassinate."
You are. We just can't leave any stains.
No, no, no. Maybe you'll get lucky. Who knows? These things can get messy.
Does any character has politics?
I do. I've got politics.
How many dots you have in politics?
I've got
Three.
3 dots in politics.
So you
I've
have
got one.
you Dave. You heard about this Flyboy?
Yeah.
He's a Fen blood, and he
Like a real
lives
vampire.
he lives in the airport, and he considers all the terminals, all the O'Hare as his domain, and he has quite an influence in there. And he you heard he's a greedy guy.
Hmm. I relay this to my associates.
So then, anyone up for mission 1 today, called Abduct the Thin Blood?
Would that be a little too hard? Like maybe a softer touch would be needed. And I
My
can't believe I just said that.
my understanding is that we don't need to abduct Flyboy or, disappear him or anything like that. We simply need to ensure that he's aware that he will invoke the ire of PKJ should he interfere with his guests.
Maybe we should find out who's near and dear to Flyboy and have them as a reminder to keep things running smooth.
There's a Felicity Miller that's been uh, mentioned here.
From what I know about Flyboy, he has a reputation for being the greedier sort. I assume that there's some kind of deal that we can make with him, even if, threats and, you know, simple reason don't win out in this case.
So extort the Thin Blood.
Yeah, I mean, more like extort the thin blood. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Anyone up for a trip to the airport?
Well, who's the other troublemaker then?
I'll read it. Genghis, no alias. Background: if you haven't lived under a rock for the past few years, you would know about Genghis and his alternative methods of dealing with his hatred for the elite club. He would happily go out of his way to release PKG or J's hold on power. When he hears about a foreign delegation arriving, and I suspect he will due to his high status among the local rebels, rest assured Genghis will have his eyes on the airports. I cannot say where he is at the moment, as his movements are completely unreliable. An informant tells me he has a haven on the Gold Coast at 126 East Cedar Street, but security will be tight.
Mm.
Maybe you can ruin the carpets there, madam.
You are a Bruja, Cameron. You heard about this guy. He's a anarch hero, and you know, he's, he does everything to cause trouble for the Camarilla.
I've heard of this guy. He's one of my fellow yahoos who likes to cause trouble. We may have to get a little handsy with him, but he should
If
expect it.
if we ruin that carpet, would we not upset the power balance?
Well,
Would there just not be then 20 or 30 very pissed off Yanguses to deal with the day right after?
we'll have to find out what he wants to keep out of our business. Hopefully, he can be reasoned with. Um, doesn't like my club very much, though, so perhaps I should take a back seat on that one.
I don't know, Henry. You seem to be very, very good with persuasion.
Oh, yeah, I can be very persuasive. Although, I don't really want to be persuading someone who might frenzy and tear my head off.
There
I'd
is
say I was offended by that, but I'm not, because that's true.
Yeah.
And I'll just shrug like a little smile.
and there is one more
I
file.
find out that there is even more documents, and I pull out a piece of paper and go, "Oh, Charles Dawson, alias Crook." When Charles becomes bored, unnecessary drama occurs, and we believe he has heard of this coming delegation. Therefore, he will undoubtedly do whatever he can to draw unwanted attention and disrupt the proceedings. He will most likely send out thugs to spy on you and sabotage your mission, just to prove his relevance in the city. He will be around Crook's Lounge near Rogers Park as they are currently renovating.
Yeah, Bruno, you are from the night, right? Your brother plays in clubs. You know the name Crook's Lounge. Crook's Lounge is a franchise of jazz bars that exists in Chicago. There's a good amount of them. And of course, there is one near Roger Park, right? There's a lot of these jazz bars. They usually are to lower middle class or even below that. Like they are not fancy places at all, right? Quite the opposite. But that's why your brother doesn't play there. He refused. Was probably played in one Crook's lounge when he was starting his career, but not anymore,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like a dirty bar, dirty jazz bar. Yeah,
Yeah, I know a little bit about these. About this Charles Dawson. I think I know where I can find him.
yeah.
Can
The
probably have a conversation with him.
the paper says where he is, right? But just to ensure that you know that what is this Crook's Lounge thing, right?
Do we know his clan?
Oh, Madame knows it.
Do I?
Oh, is
He's
he one
an
of yours?
Yeah, he's a Nosferatu.
Interesting. Hmm. Well, there's an in. Which begs the question, what would be so important that all of these people would want to involve themselves in this business? Henry kind of turns to Damien and he goes, who are these visitors?
Damien just says, I'm not allowed to say, but you're gonna figure it out tomorrow night.
I like surprises.
And everything you need to know, it's in the informations there in the envelope. And you have the phones in case you need to reach me out. But I would use them wisely. And he gets out.
Hmm. Man of few words.
Yeah, exactly. You can
After he,
roll, any of you can roll intelligence with politics.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Just one person or anyone?
Would my specialty in Camarilla apply?
Yeah, sure.
I got 5 successes.
Yeah, it's more than enough. You know that it's kind of a thing that it looks like a simple task, just to escort uh, a man and a woman for a couple of nights to babysit them. But and there are some people that probably gonna try to make this a hell babysitting.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm thinking.
the biggest thing is if you do properly, probably if you do in a right way, that's on you, and you're gonna be rewarded. If you have done a bad way to deal with that, that's also on you. That's not on the sheriff. That's not on the prince. That's not on anyone else. So that's why he's so silent about it. It's
Yeah.
clearly the full responsibility. It's on you.
That's what I
So
love about the Camarilla accountability.
Yeah.
so we're basically fodder.
Yeah, if this goes tits up, it's going to be our fault. That's why we're here.
Henry.
Well, even if it goes with flying colors, we're probably not going to get any sort of recognition out of this.
Oh, not at all. I'm sure that we could do very well out of this if we play it right.
Henry.
Yeah, a Nosferatu, a Lasombra, Brujau, and a down on his luck Ventru. Yeah, I can see this.
Down
I
on
can
his
see this.
luck. My
Well, you
star is
gotta.
Henry.
rising, my friend.
You're doing awesome
How
in the filthiest McDonald's in the world with a Lasombra, a Nosferatu, and a Brujau.
You
Don't be
also may
so
want to get a
outrageous.
you may also want to get a better suit.
Henry, how good is your haven?
How good is my haven?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's it's just a regular.
How
I'd have space for a couple of people for
how
a night.
about we all visit our clanmates as far as assignments are concerned, and you can visit the Thin Blood instead. And uh, we reconvene in the morning in the haven and your haven, and perhaps we have eliminated a couple of problems before they arose. And then tomorrow you can entertain our guests.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe perhaps it would be better if we used alternative uh an alternative place for them. I'm not quite comfortable sharing my haven with strangers. There we could always Airbnb it.
Would it be
Would it be
smart to
safer
split?
to B&B it?
Would it be, I mean, should we be splitting up and going on all by ourselves?
Well, we
Um,
have 3 assignments, and there is 4 of us. I just suggest that perhaps we could neutralize 1 or 2 of them, if we do well, before tomorrow even arrives.
hmm.
Well, the night's young. We can get started on this right now.
Furnace, how
That's
many can
us.
we do in a night?
I would say that it's around 10 p.m. now, right?
Good
You
time to go to
gotta
a jazz club.
you gotta go back till 4, otherwise you might get the sun up. So you have like 6 hours. Since the traffic's bad and places are pretty far apart from each other, I would
Traffic's
say
bad. Do you
that
know how good my driving is?
yeah, I would say that probably if you want to do all three, you need to split. If you want to do one, then you can go everybody together. If you want to do two with everybody together, that's possible, but it's going to you're gonna need to be quick.
What time do we wake up at night?
You're gonna wake around 7:30, something like that,
So we
and
can
you
do tonight.
need to be at 9 p.m. in the next
Yeah.
night in the airport. So it's only tonight to fix this.
I
So
feel
we
like
should.
we can probably get Crook and Genghis, and then we might have to deal with Flyboy on the fly.
How
We
Like,
can.
about I'll go and speak with Crook? He is one of mine. I hope that we could maybe get a common ground, and
I'll
I'm
back you
sure
up,
that
madam.
Henry would do perfectly well with a thin blood. They can't be that hard to hypnotize, and the rest of you can go off to see Genghis.
Well, if we go to the airport tomorrow, we get there, what, at maybe 7:45, 8.
No, we can't drop it on this guy. I mean, he may be a thin blood, but he's seriously influential. The respectful and polite thing to do would be to tell him immediately and discuss immediately what is required to ensure safe passage. We can't do this last minute, or he's likely to fuck us out of spite.
He's a thin blood. Isn't he going to fuck us out of spite anyways? Or the Camarilla?
Well, he's a thin blood with power. He's going to want to maintain that.
Maybe you can offer him to make him into a real vampire.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I'll talk to Flyboy.
I'm gonna go and talk with Crook, and then I'll see you in the morning in your haven, Henry. And I wink and I leave before anyone can say anything.
Yeah, I am gonna book us an Airbnb. A nice one, but still an Airbnb.
I guess I'll look at um, Bruno. You want to check out this Genghis guy?
Sure, why don't we pretend we're on a team? That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna split in three groups. Each
Split the party, yeah.
Yeah, we're splitting the party. This is not a horror game. It should be fine.
That's
Sure, hope not.
that's good.
I just want Mistress to remember that I did volunteer to accompany her, so anything that happens at Crook's.
Uh, Henry, you
He's an
get
Nosferatu. I'm not expecting anything to happen at Crook's.
uh, Jesus.
That's the sound effects for us driving away.
Yeah, the Anarchs just crossed here, all with their punk bikes. I think it was around 10 bikes crossing here.
Damn.
Oh, everybody together. Yeah. Um, so, who wanna go first? I think we can do one of you like one part of the coterie this session. It's possible.
Um, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind going if.
Okay, so Henry goes. Um, let's change here the scenery. And yes, I'm gonna send all the letters to you guys on Discord later after the session. So you go to the airport, or Harris, or Hare.
All right.
Let's
Park in the airport parking. Walk in.
and get here.
I Can I look around and see if there's anything unusual happening? Any increased security? Anything weird? So, is there any people around who don't look like they belong in an airport?
No, it seems just a regular night in the airport, right?
Hmm.
Um, so
What
of
was the name
course,
of that?
as any airport, there is security all around the place. You know that Flyboy Noah Greenwald, he works there at the airport, so maybe you can try to contact him or that woman
Hmm.
Felicity Miller. That
Felicity Miller.
mhm.
Okay, I'll find a information desk.
Mhm.
And I will walk up to it, and I'm just gonna politely ask, to be directed to the office of Felicity Miller.
Sure. Please do a roll of manipulation with persuasion.
Okay, I will do that. Sorry, one sec. Um, Manipulation plus persuasion. That's 4 successes.
That's enough.
Hmm.
You managed to get uh, the contact of Felicity Miller, and after a while, she receives you. She
Excellent.
introduces herself and says, "Hello there. Um, I'm Felicity, Miss Miller. How are you?"
Hello, Miss Miller. I am very glad to meet you. I'm hoping that you can help me with something that is very urgent. I'm looking to speak with Mr. Gruel. Can you
Oh,
take me to him, perhaps? It's a
um,
very important matter. He's going to want to speak to me.
um, she kind of scratched her head and well, it's okay, okay. I'll take you to him. No problem. And you
Wonderful.
go into the airport security part, and you pass through several checkpoints. I think it was 3 or 4 checkpoints. You go, and she puts her biometry there and helps to open the door, and it clearly wouldn't be a easy way to get in without her help.
Hmm.
And you meet a man behind a desk. Um, he's sitting down on on his desk. He's has quite a big table with a big computer. He's there with all our files in in a desk, and looking to several monitors. And
Hmm.
she says, "Mr. Noah, well, you have a visitor." And he goes and says, "Okay, let him in." And he stops his work, looks at you. She closes the door. So, have a seat.
Mr. Gruel, pleasure to meet you. Henry Lorimer.
Yeah, pleasure is mine. He stands up, shakes your hand.
Wonderful setup you've got here. Pretty sweet domain, if you don't mind me saying.
He clearly noticed that you're not a mortal by
Mm-hmm.
saying that.
That was my intention.
And he says, "Well, yeah, this place is mine."
Well, I come this evening on behalf of PKJ.
Mm,
Really just as a courtesy, have a little information to share and a discussion of matters of logistics.
sure. What do you need?
Tomorrow evening, two kindred will be arriving um, at this airport, and I have been charged with some others with the task of welcoming them to the city of Chicago.
I see, but you know, you gotta you gotta respect the other's domain, right? It's
Naturally.
of course I can allow them to pass through, but you need to help me out as I help you, right? He pulls his hands like making the symbol of money.
Hmm. Of course, we're happy to discuss any remuneration or what we can do in return for uh, the hospitality that you um, are offering.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite hard to let kindred not pass along the security, the usual security for everybody. You know how those guys are nowadays,
Of
right?
course, yes.
If you pass through facial recognition, a biometry test, um, it's gonna be on your ass. So
Hmm. It would be nice to be able to avoid all of that.
yeah, but it's a bit expensive to convince everyone that they are VIPs and they need to pass along. So I'm inclined to do
Hmm.
that, but you could help me out, right?
Of course. What do you have in mind?
$200,000.
$200,000.
Yeah, that's fair, right?
Hmm. Perhaps you have something less monetary that you might be able to trade.
uh, yeah, money is kind of my first priority.
Really?
I really like to extend my business here, and money is really helpful.
Mr. Grill, you seem to have more than enough in the way of resources. I'm sure that you can, you can get any amount of money from the mortals who use your services. However, what you have, the opportunity that you have here is far more valuable than a mere $200,000.
Can try to convince him. You wanna
Hmm.
do a role like
Yeah.
manipulation with subterfuge?
Yeah, I want to persuade him that a reciprocal relationship with the Camarilla, with the prince, is actually way better than just getting paid off.
Sure, do a
Because
manipulation with
given this,
persuasion.
I ain't
Hmm.
giving this man $200,000.
Yeah, do a manipulation with persuasion.
Here we go. How am I doing?
Five
Five
successes.
successes.
That's enough. That's enough. He goes and yeah, you're right. So you're gonna talk well to the prince about me?
Of course, the prince would be, I think, very interested in exploring a reciprocal relationship with you.
Is it going to make my domain official?
Well, I can certainly put in a good word for you. I can't speak for what the prince will or will not do, but it's a
He,
discussion that I could certainly initiate.
uh, fine. So let's do this then. And pay me $50,000, and I will and support me getting this airport as my domain, and I will let everything go fly by.
Can I offer, instead of $50,000, a minor boon for myself?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm a very useful man to know. I'll take out my business card and hand it to him. I am the chief consul at chief counsel at Stanton Carruthers law firm. I represent some of the biggest companies in the city, and personally, between you and I also do a little business for the prince. Um, perhaps we could get you on our on a make you a client.
Roll,
Would certainly help you.
roll intelligence with finance.
Intelligence, finance. Okay.
Roll with finance. I love those rolls.
Yeah, I put a dot in that. I got one success, but I'm gonna re-roll my dice.
Yeah, I would advise you to it. So it's two dices you can reroll.
How do we do this?
You
I'm gonna
can
re-roll
look
these
in
two.
the historic of the chat
Yeah.
and you click on the four and the two. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
three successes. That's enough.
All right.
So you know, as you being a lawyer and your firm, that you can make the firm deposit the $50,000 into his account, and um, and of course, if he agrees and does everything right, um, uh, the money will be his. But if he cheats on you or something like that, you can get the money back. Like
Yeah.
and in something that you know that it's not gonna hurt deeply your pockets by
Mm-hmm.
doing that. It's
Yeah.
part will be on your company side and part will be on your pocket. You have some credit with your company.
Yeah, I
So
can afford it. I can afford it.
yeah,
And if I can, if it's coming from if it's coming from the company, not me, that's excellent too.
yeah. Part will be from the company, parts from you. It's a bit expensive, of course, but still you can afford it, right? It's not something that you cannot do it. Two
Yeah, and I'm
hundred
also
thousand that
hoping.
will be too much, but 50,000 you can do that.
Yeah, I'm also hoping that this little relationship that I'm setting up here is going to pay dividends in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a man who can get things done.
You're gonna pay him?
I'll pay him.
Okay.
But as you say, if you know if there are violations of this agreement, then the payment will be null and void.
Oh no, I am a man of honor, so I'll honor my word. Doesn't word. Don't worry
I
about that.
I appreciate it, Mr. Gruel. I will stand up, smooth my suit down, extend my hand for him to shake.
He will shake your hand
Thank you. This has been good. I think that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
for sure. I'll pretty much will enjoy to see you support my position of this domain.
Oh, next time I speak to the prince, I will bring it up.
Thank you. And he lets you go, and you think that you feel, or don't think that this is done. You actually
Hmm.
managed to put out the fire that would happen if you not made a deal with him.
Yeah, that's
And
what I do, right?
yeah, you, I will block one dot of your resources. So you currently have three, so it's gonna be two until the end
Oh,
of the chronicle, right? But nothing major. You can get that
nothing
money
major.
back throughout, a year or two, a year probably.
Ooh, gotta go play the stock market.
Yeah, but it's just it's gonna pay dividends in the future for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the guy has got a very, very nice little setup. He's obviously doing quite well for himself. I would quite like to have him on side. I'm not. Some people don't like the thin bloods, but I'm not prejudiced in that way.
Good. So I think that's it for a session.